Hi everybody, Dirt in the Ground here, aka Helen, and I'm going to do a simple tutorial today about shaping your eyebrows. This is a really simple way to measure your eyebrows to ensure you're not taking your eyebrows in too far or too far in and too far up, and not taking the lift like too high and not too high, but like not taking it in the right place. But that being said, it's all down to personal preference. Everybody knows how they like their eyebrows. Um, but these are just little tips and everything, tips and tricks. When you're, what you'll need is obviously tweezers and a measuring stick. This is just a piece of, this is just orange stick. This is what we use in class. You do not need to run out and buy this, by the way. They come in bundles and stuff. You can just use a small makeup brush. Let me see. We have one here. La, 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 la. Obviously, not a brush like this with a big massive handle. That's not going to do you any good. But like a makeup brush like that. Same. It's much of a muchness, as we say here in Ireland. And then for aftercare, just some aloe vera gel. Um, Aloe vera gel is very inexpensive to buy, very common to use. You don't even have to go out and buy aloe vera gel. You can actually just use a bit of it from an aloe vera plant. Um, or if you have very sensitive skin, just use whatever you like to use for an after treatment when you've done something like tweezing or something like that. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to measure your eyebrows. Now, a lot of people would grab a measuring stick, and just put it beside their nostril, which is where you do start, and just hold it straight up and go, oh yeah, it's right by the corner of my eye, and yeah, that's where my eyebrow starts, that's fine, that's grand. That's not the case at all, because there's a big chunk there missing. If you see, there's a big gap there, huge gap right there in your sorry, I'm not very good with like backwards things. There's a big gap right here. Now, the reason why my eyebrows are taken in so far is because my friend is a beautician. She's practicing her waxing and all that kind of stuff. We kind of practice each other's things on each other, so yeah, I sacrificed my eyebrows for her. And she was like, I'm really sorry, I took her eyebrows in way too far. And I said, it's grand, hair grows. It's not the end of the world, like. And so I'm trying to grow them back at the moment, just so I can reshape them. How you should measure your eyebrows is along the bone. So that's how far my eyebrows should be in. So if you see, that's where they should start. And on this side, it's so weird doing everything backwards, I swear. That's where they should start there. So that's where they should actually start. Just along my nose there, follow the bone. Obviously they're not going to like join together, but like, that's where you get the gist of it. And marking those lines with like just a piece of just a eyebrow pencil, and keep measuring as you're going along. Now how you measure the end pieces is the same. You put the measuring stick by your nostril, but turn it outwards and go by the corner of your eye. And as you see there, the length on my eyebrow is fine. It doesn't need to be adjusted at all. And to measure the lift in your eyebrow, this is going to be quite hard as I'm looking at the screen, so my iris is going to be off because I'm not looking straight ahead. It'd be magical if I could, but yeah. So bear with me here. Okay, so you hold the measuring stick just over your iris, And the screen went blank there, so I couldn't see a thing. So looking forward, it will be around about there. I'm sorry, straighten this up. So yeah, you can see the lift is okay in my eyebrow. What I would need to do is just tidy up the line there and just take away a few stray hairs that grow back, you know, like they do. One thing you have to be careful with doing eyebrows, just looking at the time, is overplucking. Don't overpluck. You overpluck, you're going to lose your eyebrows. Overpluck, you're gonna have a bad time. But here's the next step: tweezing. Don't pluck the hairs in the wrong direction. Pluck the hairs in the direction the hairs are growing. If they're growing up towards your forehead, you pluck them this way. If you pluck them like downwards or this way or that way or this way, you will start having hairs that start growing forwards, outwards like this, and that's not something you want. Like, nobody wants that. When doing the center of your eyebrow, get your two fingers here and push down firmly. Like, you have to push down quite firm. I'm going to do this with my right arm because it's quite a little bit easier, and it's going to make me look really, really sad now. And just pull the skin up. Now the reason why is because you want that skin to be as taut as possible, and this is quite actually hard. It's hard to do it to yourself, but you want the skin to be as taut as possible, so it doesn't, the hairs literally like slide out, like, instead of being like yanked out. When you're doing the sides, you don't put pressure on your eyeball. Keep your finger away from your eyeball. Put it around about here, okay, and stretch outwards like that. You see how my eyeball, I can go ooh, like that. My eyeball isn't affected at all. And stretch it out like that, and do it all the way along there. Whoops, I did slip off my brow bone there. And keep the skin as taut as possible, because you don't want to be hurting yourself or a possible client. Before you do tweeze your eyebrows, make sure there's no product in your eyebrows. Like, you don't want say Vaseline in your eyebrows or anything like that, so because the tweezers won't grab it. So if you do have Savlon or something along those lines, wipe a bit of it through, and then take a piece of tissue and damp dry it, like pat the tissue down onto it. Damp dry it, I don't know why I said that. Just pat the piece of tissue down onto it to dry the excess Savlon out of it. Sterilize the area, and will make sure that there's no extra product in your eyebrows. And then when you're finished, you're happy with everything, just all you need is like literally the tiniest, like a pea-size amount for both eyebrows and the middle part, just to cool down where it's going to be a little bit red, that's all. And that's how you would tweeze your eyebrows, and it's very, very simple, but I think the key element there, I think most of you know how to tweeze your eyebrows because you've all got really fantastic shaped eyebrows, but I think the key thing there is the measuring. I think that will help a lot of people out, because not a lot of people know how to measure their eyebrows. So I hope that was a helpful tutorial for some of you in the group, and you know, you'll see more tutorials from me in the future. So see you later, bye.